each of the specific questions so we don't lose.
Thank you, Honorable Chair. I was actually just laying a foundation, but I'm well guided, if that's the position of the committee. So going back to the question raised by Honorable Mungatana, and I agree with him, the Kenya Association of Manufacturers have voiced concerns about electricity availability and affordability, a concern that has been raised by many other people, including Houses of Parliament, Honorable Chair. And it is true that as a result of those concerns, that the Ministry of Energy and Petroleum did come up with what we are calling least cost power development plan, which is in sync with the transmission master plan by Ketraco. Those two documents, when read, looked at together, will give you a roadmap as to how we intend to electrify the whole country by the year 2035 that was mentioned by my good friend, Honorable Ledama. Honorable Chair, when we say by this particular year, we don't mean that particular year. It can be much earlier than that particular year. But let me say this, Honorable Chair. For us to be able to implement these ambitious projects that are captured under the Transmission Master Plan by Ketraco, we will need a whopping 650 billion Kenya shillings, Honorable Chair. Money that for all intents and purposes we do not have as a country. We do not have it from our normal taxes, and we cannot borrow it in the normal manner given our current situation in terms of debt. And that is the reason that informs our resorting to the PPP framework, Honorable Chair. Honorable Chair, in that master plan, we have got projects lined up across the country. And as a matter of fact, as we speak, because we didn't have to put all this in this document, we are only referring to projects which are being proposed by Adani Energy Solutions. But if you allow me, I can point out very quickly existing projects in Coast Region. We have got the Rabai, Malindi, Garsen, Lamu line. Okay? We have also ongoing Garsen, Hola, Bura, Garissa. And at procurement stage, we have got to Mariakani, Dongokundu. Okay? And also planned, we have got Dongokundu, Shimoni. Details can be found. But Honorable Chair, to summarize, is that no part of the country will be left out in the fullness of time, Honorable Chair. On the issue of the Adani Indictment, as raised by my good friend, Honorable Mungatana.
You did not mention Siaya.
And precisely. If I was to mention every part of the country, it would take the whole day.
Yes, your part where you come from and visit.
We have got plans, and Ketraco can confirm, to construct a high voltage transmission line from Kisumu, Bondo, Siaya, Rangala, Busia, and Muyanga under PPP, Honorable Chair. But to go back to my other issue. So on the issue of the Adani
Western,
exactly under the Africa 50, we have got the Kisumu, Kakamega, Musaga. Yeah, very big line, plus substations along the way, Honorable Chair. On the matter of Adani Indictment, Honorable Chair, under Section 41 of the PPP Act, we have got to very elaborate mechanism for undertaking due diligence. And I want to go to the point straight away. And pursuant to this section, Honorable Chair, the PPP Directorate, which is domiciled at the National Treasury, in coordination with the Ketraco, conducted due diligence exercise on the proponent, that is Adani Energy Solutions, in two phases. Phase one, of course, involved documentary review. That's what we call desktop review of all soft copies of the documents that the proponent provided to demonstrate their technical, legal, financial, and logistical capacity to undertake similar projects. The proponent, that is Adani Energy Solutions, also provided documents demonstrating their legal standing, compliance to laws and regulations, including tax compliance in their country of origin, which is India. This particular phase of due diligence was during the evaluation of the PIP, and it extended to the later stages. But at phase two, Honorable Chair, the due diligence was conducted by a team of 8 officers, all members of the evaluation committee. From Ketraco, the directorate, okay, who traveled to the proponent's country of origin for the purpose of verifying details provided by the proponent during phase one of the due diligence. Okay? What am I saying in short? Is that at the end of the day, after those two phases of due diligence, the contracting authority, that is Ketraco, was of the view that the proponent passed the test, was of the very considered view that the proponent passed the test following those two phases of due diligence, as provided for under Section 41 of the PPP Act. We had no knowledge of any other adverse matters that could have come to light, maybe now or some months or weeks earlier. And therefore, we are proceeding on the basis of the outcome of the very rigorous due diligence exercise that was undertaken by the contracting authority in line with the law. So, the question is, would these emerging reports in any way affect the delivery of this project? We can't tell. Why? Because they aren't related to this project. We can't even vouch for their veracity from where we sit. And therefore we'll be engaging in speculation, Honorable Chair. The second limb of that question is, could these bribery or corruption claims have a bearing on our own process? To my knowledge, Honorable Chair, there has been no case of corruption or bribery insofar as this PIP of Adani Energy Solutions is concerned, up to now, up to this very moment. On the questions by Honorable Ledama, as I've said again, we didn't intend to communicate